Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, and I haven't done one in a while. We are going to do another long-term review. I was scrolling through some timelines and couldn't help but notice that this TRAXXAS Ultimate Hauler has been with us for over a year now. Wow. And the TRX6 has been with us even longer. So, first I'm going to start off. If you didn't see my last rant video, and you are a TRAXXAS hater, you can go to the comment section all you want, but you're basically going to get a big, I don't give a shit. These vehicles have been outstanding, and I'm going to address the pros, and I'm going to address the internet cons that, as usual, I have not experienced. So, let's begin with the TRX6. Now, from some of my past videos, you guys should know the only reason I bought this truck when I saw it in this color because Richard Hammond on Top Gear drove one in Dubai. This, I always forget, so let me flip it around real quick, is the Mercedes AMG 63. This was a real truck. Well, hello, Teddy. Oh my God, it's so rainy outside. Puppies again, pouring rain. Teddy, if you remember from the slow-mo video, has turned into quite the RC dog. He sees me with some trucks. Has to, oh God. And there's Daddy. Get your paw off me, it's muddy. Oh, you got mud all over your face. Get out of my mouth. You're not getting any beer, so get out. Get down, you're so mud. Oh my, look at my pants. Get out. So, this was a real truck, really built, and TRAXXAS did a perfect job recreating this body. And the real truck has portals. The tires, the whole truck is in scale to the actual truck. Now, in the quest of make it my owndom, all I've done, I did my normal detailing. The black body line, I did in red because there's red on the wheels. I am quite the fashionista. And then I put a CC hand roof rack on it to put some extra lights on it. And then I also got some Yow Racing light covers. I was going to do headlight, taillight covers too, but this truck, just right here as it sits, looks phenomenal when it's outside driving. This is the pinnacle of what I wanted. A look, a view. Hold on one second. Sorry guys. Mama came home and it was a whole thing. And I'm going to tell you, something I think is just what I never expected after 18 years together total, 16 years married, that my wife and I would have the exact same job at two different places with the same company. The conversations are excellent. you know, most times you come home and listen to your wife talk about her job, and you're like, whatever. I don't know who Stan is, so I don't give a shit. But when we can talk about we both know exactly, we both have the same boss, we both do the same things, and we can kick them back and forth, kick ideas back and forth with it's, for those married guys watching, that is, you want to talk about being just like that with your wife. That is just crazy. But usually I'm pretty good at this, but I was completely off track now. So we talked about the upgrades on it, talked about the motivation for buying it. Oh, there is one more modification. So the rear shocks. So I listened, and I feel horrible that I don't remember who back in the early days of this. So the shocks are all positioned forward. I move the tops forward. So it actually gives the truck more, really, it loosens up the suspension where, you know, the front's just straight up and down, you know, not too shabby, but the front moving them forward allows that extra movement. And, you know, here we go. Had it for years now. Run 3S in it all the time, high and low. You've seen my rock piles. High speed, you guys have seen the pooches, but I have never shown you a video of the big ones just going crazy about when they hear this truck. They hear the low gear, they don't care. They'll come and watch it, whatever. If they are in the house, and I hit high gear on this, and I whip across the backyard, they will come flying out the door to chase it. It is boinking and booping and knocking it sideways while it's trying to drive. So there's been a few bits and pieces that have not survived that treatment. This truck, everything survived. These mirrors have stayed on for multiple rolls. This whole roll cage area is all tore up. I rubberized undercoated it, or I rubberized undercoated it, and then I used rubberized paint on it, trying to see how durable that would be. So the mirrors haven't broken. I actually just, here we go, running the old SCX-10-2. After all the years of having this, I broke both mirrors off on the new obstacles. This truck's been on the new obstacles. Again, nothing is broken. The diff locks work perfectly still. I don't use them as much because it's a 6x, but when I do use it, you know, this thing submerged in water, you know, up to the front. I like seeing, just like in Top Gear when he was driving, Hammond was driving through a little swimming area, water coming over the hood. This truck has been everywhere. That's all the electronics. All still stock electronics. That was one of the complaints. Stock electronics, adult beverage, let me hide that. We don't want any copyright issues. This underside, both differentials all tore up. All three differentials tore up. The control arms, or the links, they're all tore up. Very little scuffage on the actual belly pan. Scuffage on these exhaust pipes, which everyone said, big piece of crap, they break right off. So not only have I driven this with rocks, these chrome skid plates on both front and rear are all tore up. Looks like some of the bottoms of, I never noticed that with the axles. Huh. So it doesn't have a carrier. Well, for steering. Duh. Brain fart. All right. So marks on the front two portal carriers, and then it looks like all four portals have slightly weeped. 1, 2. 2 of the 6 shocks have leaked a little bit, just a little bit of glazing, we'll call it. Nothing under here is broke. Still running all these stock electronics. The stock, everything. I have fun with this. These tires, once these they don't even have a name on them, but they're different than the Canyon Trails. But once they broke in, very nice tire now. You know, the foams in them were nice and squinchy. Well, I guess they're the same version, just... Oh, they are the same version on the Ultimate Hauler. So, here it is, over 2 years now, going strong, no issues. Must be a fanboy. Ultimate Hauler. Now, there are some bits on here. So, a lot of you guys have made suggestions. Well, here's the biggest one. It has mud flaps now. I put some nudie girls on them. The one is a little tight. It kind of flops still. But the joy of making your own things. So basically what I did was I took some aluminum stock I had, really thin stuff. So took off the cross member, which very nice. I mean, it's locked in to ensure strength, but when it comes off, it allowed me to make a nice piece here that hangs down, did some measuring. I'm more of an eyeball normally. Cut the piece of stock, drilled some holes in it, cut another small piece of stock for the front, and since I'm a semi guy, I had plenty of leftover small hardware from semis and used that small hardware. And this is just a little piece of thin rubber with which one's this? This is the Angel. Driver's side's got the devil, but see, it's kind of catty. It's a little tight. I got to drill those holes out better. But I did that. I've got a Yow Racing recovery chain on it with hooks, big long one. Hooks up on the deck. Put a little marking tape on the sides. And of course, it came with the stock lighting, but that was easy to allow me to put a light bar on the front. I've got all the 110 rod shop parts discussed in the build video for this. I've got the vents on the side, the vent on the hood that eliminates the body pins, the open front grille, which I still love the way this truck looked. Just, did the steps, 110 rod shop, just highlighted the emblem for them because 110 rod shop, awesome bits. Then what did I add? The latest things when I did the mud flaps. So I had 2 of these extra horns from an old semi body. So now it's got a couple of horns on the roof. And then I just did that 2-tone paint, which makes it my own. When I did the build video, I asked you guys if you knew where I got these hauler stickers from, and nobody responded, so I can tell you now. So these are extra stickers that came with the Tamiya, Tamiya, the Night Hauler. So I thought that was nice to be able to put hauler on there. I got some POW MIA stickers on there. What did I do here? Oh, I've got from an HPI Firebird kit, I've got the American Muscle. And then they're pretty funny. They come in the MST kits. and it's like the little computer symbol, but it says real man inside, where they used to say Intel inside, I think. Real man inside. And then I did the marking tape, because when it's dark out and I've got the lights on, this is reflective tape. You know, just a little bit to make it my own, make it different. Oh, I did put, so where the front battery tray is on these, I mounted a winch to it. So it's got a front winch that I cut out in the front bumper. So it's got dual winches, which with one fob you can control them both, which is awesome. The whoopee light on the top, this is giving me some business, and I think I finally got it locked in. But as it sits, you know, you can haul stuff if you want all the time, which sometimes I do. I throw a car on there, my Kyosho Chevelle or my Fortec Vet, and it helps with the rear end stability a little bit. But even without it, if you think that this truck, like the Red Cat hauler, is just for hauling vehicles and will not perform, big surprise, you're wrong. This truck performs better than I expected. I kind of thought the same thing, but for the price point for it, you know, this one, I was like, what am I going to get with this truck? This truck performs outstanding for what it is. I mean, you would think it's a big hauling truck. Well, it's also a TRX6, which, let's look at this one underneath, which I don't get as aggressive. What is this? Treaced crap? Oh, pine smell. So, carrier bearings, they're scuffed up. Front diff is scuffed. One link is really scuffed up. This one's not as bad. The belly plate is skid up pretty good. Of course, because of these boxes on the side, those catch a lot of flack. Which, because of that, makes the rear diffs are not in that bad a shape. The receiver hitch is, let me see, this has absolutely zero leakage on the shocks or the portal housings. Pretty nice. Let's see. Yep, that's tight. And if you really want to take this truck to its full potential, you take these tanks and these boxes off, which they're one, what is it, like 4 screws? Oh, I forgot I also did the magnetic mounts to this. Yeah, so you basically take that's where my magnetic mounts mount to. Well, you take those off, those tanks off, and this is a whole nother animal. Now you have the full potential of the TRX6 or the TRX4, but it's even more because when you take these off, literally the only thing that is in your way is that fender piece. Everything else is wide open. This truck performs flawlessly. You know, it's a 6-wheeler. But if you want to drive it like this truck or a TRX4, then that's where you got to get inventive. Where you have to pick lines. And this is my new thing. It's like, because I'm old now, you know, closer to my mid-50s, this is, I watch movies, I watch TV shows. I notice the acting now. I never cared, I just wanted to be entertained. But now I notice I'm watching stuff for people I loved and I'm like, pretty damn good actor. Never noticed that before. Same thing with these trucks. I feel that when they have an imperfection, or like this, not designed for rock crawling, but I want to see how far I can get it to go. Which is always, I preach this on the channel since I started it. I don't judge a vehicle by what it can't do. I get surprised by what it can do. If I think it can't do something and it does it, I'm ecstatic. And that is the joy that I get from this. You know, not only the detailing also. You know, this truck, boring. The way it comes, just a plain black body, boring. They don't offer any other body options for it. Boring. This truck, you can get, I want to say, 3 different colors. This body's a lot smaller and cheaper. Give me some color options. Because once it's black, either you're stripping it or you're completely painting it on the outside. So when I did this with a rubber-based paint so it would be more durable. But it's a kick in the ass to me when I take something like this out and in my mind play the little game that this is broke down somewhere. I have had this in my pond, or what should I call that thing? I guess it's supposed to be like a river. My overflow area, let me see how far. And I've taken trucks and put them down in it. And then I bring this by with either the front winch or the rear winch and pull it out. You know, that's not something I ever really did before, but that's a kick in the ass. I've got a recovery vehicle that now has 2 winching options. Not a big winch guy, but I actually have, I can't even think of the name. Is it over here still? I think I moved it. So, damn it. You can put this in the comments if you ever have done it full scale. So, you take the winch cable out, it doubles the force of the winch. And it's basically like an eyelet wheel that you could open, run the winch cable through it, close it, strap it to a tree, and you could run your winch cable out through that back to your truck, doubles the force of the winch to pull you out. And I've got one floating around here somewhere. It actually came with an axiom. But I cleaned everything, and I'll be damned. I bet it's over there. Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha. And there it is. It's a little wheel. And you open it, put the winch cable through it. Whoa. And then say, like this, I've got the chains. Run the chains around something, run it through here, and secure it. And then it sits like this. Winch cable comes through, and it can pull the truck with double the force. So these are rated for 5 pounds. I think it's 5 pounds. And then you can double it to 10 pounds. Technically, that's how these work. And I forget what they're called. I've got one in my side-by-side. A real one, a grown-up one. Made out of metal, not plastic. I need to hook that on here somewhere. But this has been, all the lights work. They've both been wet. They've both been, I didn't have confidence in the light modules. Where they just have plugs, you can look down in them. Crazy. I would assume that no matter what I did, they were going to get wet, but they've been wet. They work perfectly. So, I mean, this isn't, we go back to the beginning, I bought both of these trucks. Nobody sent them to me. So, obviously, who am I going to cater to if I give them a good review? My own money, still going strong. So, tell me again how they're pieces of crap and they break all the time. I put these through just as much adversity and, well, except for I don't put 4S in them. I've heard that complaint. When I put the 4S in them and they burn up, they're rated for 3S. That's it. If you choose to put 4S in there, it is not the truck's fault. It is your fault. So get on there and say, I'm a dumbass, and this is what I did to my truck. Not, this truck is a big piece of crap because I put 4S in it and it burned up. Or ripped the axle in half. So, I don't know. I don't come on here and tell you guys to go use my link to go get deals. So, how much more of a honest review can I give you other than I've been driving this truck for a year, over 2 years, haven't broken anything, haven't burned anything up, and I still enjoy the crap out of them. And now you'll see them even more because it is, what month is it? Almost the end of August. Getting into September now, I'm going to start getting more darkness. So I won't have to stay up till 11 and midnight if I want to go drive them outside in the dark. We're going to get closer. So we're going to get to go out in the course and see all the new lights that I put up on those so that the new buildings are all lit up. I still want to build one more building. But now these extra lights, factory lights, extra lights, whoopee lights, all these lights, that'll be, these trucks are predominantly used in the winter. Just for that. So, let me know in the comments, do you have either one of them? Are they still going strong? And hey, just because I haven't broken anything doesn't mean that there's possibly Wang Chung had a bad day in Taiwan when he was assembling his TRAXXAS. So let me know. I mean, I just don't. Right now I'm at a dead spot with TRAXXAS because there's nothing new. But this is new. This is new. Everybody, I've seen tons of info on both these trucks. Why are they the only ones making a 6x? Why doesn't Axio bring their 6x back? I mean, Red Cat got on board with it. I mean, their truck is pretty one-sided, so to speak. But let me look around. Boy, I'll tell you what, Arma comes out with a 6-wheel basher. I'd be all on that. Let me see who else. I don't think Element will ever do it. There's a good chance that FMS might do it. That would be a kick in the ass. Let's see, I know Tamiya has a couple. RC 4-wheel drive used to have some, but I don't know what happened to those. Ooh, Red Cat should make a 1/8 scale one. Yeah, I don't think Vanquish will ever do it. Do. Well, HG's already got them. So yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. TRX6 or any, what is your favorite 6x6? Because what the heck's going on here? I'll tell you. My Axial, what were that? The UMG 6x6? God, I really wish they'd bring it back. But I do love 6x6s. But my HGs, my Cross, those are not built for what I can do with these. So somebody needs to target more like the Axial AMG and then the TRAXXAS 6x6s. Kind of an all-purpose, but do them right. TRAXXAS did this AMG right. Axial didn't do their AMG right, or their UMG right. That is based on a Unimog, so it should have had portal. But at the time, they didn't offer any portals. This is correct. This is just crazy, because, I mean, this could have been straight axle, but why bother? If you're going to do something like this, do it crazy. So again, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, give me a comment. I answer every one of them. So, what'll it hurt? You might just like me, and we'll have a good conversation. Or you won't, you'll think I'm a dick. Either way, we'll still be friends. And I will talk to you on the next one.